Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today we're taking a look at what is next in love for you. So please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine, creating a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left with Cher, group number 2 in the center with Stevie Nicks, and group number 3 on the right with Aaliyah. As always, the timestamps to your readings are listed below in the description box. There you'll also find the link to my spiritual store on Etsy, where you can book personals with me. I offer personal tarot and astrology readings, as well as Reiki sessions and personalized light codes. You can also find my published books, tarot and oracle decks, crystal jewelry that I make, and lots of other fun things like that. I do have 2 exclusive content channels, one here on YouTube called My Inner Circle and another one over on Patreon. Those are also linked in the description box as well. And as always, it would mean the world to me if you liked, commented, and subscribed to this video and my YouTube channel, as it helps me continue to grow and do what I love. And it also helps the community to find accurate readings that are meant for them when the time is right. So, as always, I love you and I'm grateful for you, and I will see you at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, group 1. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's next in love for you, and you selected the first group with the Cher card. Group number 1, I'm noticing here that Cher says the rich man underneath, and it's number 11. This is the energy of Aquarius, the energy of innovation, the energy of being a little different from everybody else. And the rich man here alludes to that interview with Cher where her mom told her, well, I know you want to be famous, but just settle down and marry a rich man. And Cher said, Mom, I am the rich man. And so there's definitely this energy here, especially with the root chakra and number 11, about you standing in your power, you being fully on your own and independent, not hyper independent, but fully complete on your own. The first message that wants to come out here for you is that you are meant to continue on towards your goals and dreams. And while you are on this journey, this is when you will have your next moment of growth in love. I'm hearing to channel a song for you here, actually, I Got You Babe by Sunny and Cher. So there might be channeled messages in there for you. We'll take a look at the tarot. But first and foremost, group number 1, there's this element where you are meant to remember first who you are as you stand alone, regardless of if you are currently in a relationship with your person or not. Remember who you are as you stand alone, and remember that you can move mountains. This is also a reminder not to put your goals, dreams, ambitions, values, virtues, or just anything that you really want and crave in this life. I'm also hearing the song Crave You. I crave you. So not to put any of those kinds of things on the back burner for a romantic relationship. Not to say that you like olives when you don't. Not to dress a certain way because they like it, even though it's not authentic to you. Not to put love at the number 1 priority of your life, but maybe to let it be on your priority list because we want healthy and good relationships, but your number 1 romantic partner should be yourself, group 1, regardless of your current relationship status. So this is just a reminder coming through. And I do feel someone's energy coming through here for you now. So let's pull some cards and let's see what is next for you, group number 1 in love. Innovation. So this might be pertaining to an air sign, an Aquarius. You might have Aquarius in your big 6. They might as well, or this just might be a very Aquarian person. I'm hearing that song, Age of Aquarius, the old one from like the 60s or 70s. Now, what's next in love for you, group number 1? This is actually going to be a situation where you have already been through the mill, basically. You've experienced the top of the roller coaster, the bottom of the roller coaster. You've been on the roller coaster a few times. Now you either don't get on the roller coaster anymore because you know what to expect and you want to try a new one, or you end up going on that roller coaster again for fun because there's no element of surprise left. this might be something or someone that you've walked away from, or they walked away from you. Or if this is your current partner, this indicates that you've been in a little bit of a period of that, having that love there, but maybe things aren't quite balanced. There's a little bit of this battle here between ego and spirituality. So you might be following your spirit, they might be following their ego, or it can be the other way around. I also want to open up that it could have been one way around and then flipped. We do have the Two of Coins here, which is a dynamic of energies that kind of meet each other in the middle or need to come into balance. Oftentimes in love, you will hear an energy of divine masculine and divine feminine as two individual people. And Cher is coming through here as a reminder that you are meant to fully embody and embrace and be comfortable in your own divine masculine and feminine energies and the energies that incorporate them both and are outside of them both on your own, and your partner should be that way too. You are not two halves that come together to create a whole. You are two individuals that come together to create something beautiful and abundant, like the Empress here. So however you resonate with your gender, however you resonate with your romantic connection, this is coming out first and foremost. So do not basically outsource your masculine energy for others. Say, well, I'm only led. Do not outsource your feminine energy to others. Well, I always lead. It's important to have a healthy balance here. But what I am seeing here with the Ten of Cups at the back of the deck and the King of Wands at the top is that someone's going to be making some sort of very sexually and spiritually charged move towards you. And there's also this energy of them wanting to build some sort of foundation. So if you are currently single, this person that you are asking about, they're intending to build a relationship with you. If you are currently in a relationship with this person, they would like to take it a step further and settle down with you. If you're currently married with this person, they would like to explore having children or starting a business or something like this. They want to basically plant roots in the foundation even further. But there's also this energy of hesitation here, just a little bit, because of the mastery that has been needed to be acquired through both of you in this relationship. So you both are people who have learned or are meant to learn a lot from each other. That being that when it comes to your emotions here, there's a little bit of a tug of war energy that used to exist. And now these energies are balancing out. So one of you might have been the emotional one, and then the other one of you could have been the emotional one. There could be a little bit of this dynamic here, and a little bit also of this playing chicken, going right to the coins cards with the major arcana in the middle. So whoever this is that you're asking about, they have very, very strong feelings for you, but they feel like they have mastered their balance of emotions, and they feel like they're in a stable place now where they are ready to give you that offer of, hey, let's put a deposit down on a house. I feel ready and prepared. Hey, let's start a family. I feel ready and prepared. Where they feel a little bit of, let's move in together. I feel ready and prepared. Or let's build a relationship together. I feel ready and prepared. So there's also this energy. We have Aquarius coming out twice, which is letting me know that this can be an LGBTQIA relationship. This can be also a polyamorous relationship. This can be non-monogamous. This can also be like a squish, like a platonic crush or something like this as well. What I'm getting ultimately is that you are this person's wish fulfillment, and something passed them by. I'm hearing that phrase, I let you pass me by, or you passed me by. And I'm hearing from actually I Got You Babe from Sunny and Cher. I got you to hold my hand. I got you to understand. So this person feels like they want to hold your hand, and also that you really understand them, or that they understand you. They feel like there are so many signs and synchronicities between the two of you that it's unmistakable the fact that, well, not only is your story here not over, but also that it's time for there to be a big change and a big shift. So this is indicating that what's next in love for you has a lot to do with having perhaps an emotionally charged or an emotionally vulnerable heart-to-heart conversation pertaining to your aspirations in life, both separate and together, and seeing how you can bring those things into balance, where compromise is perhaps helpful, but also what energies are not compromisable for you. There's space now for this that didn't exist before, that's showing up in your reading. For example, if you were a people pleaser and you love this person so much that you would just put them one step up above maybe your loved ones, or one step above your career, or one step above your self-love routine, whatever that is for you. Now that is on your non-compromisable list, and they're able to meet face to face with those energies instead of needing to be above it or feeling like they're below it. So there's this energy of coming back into balance between this little tug of war here between the self and the divine. Well, if the divine's putting this relationship in front of your face, group number one, who are you to say, no, leave me alone? Versus you need to take care of yourself, you need to stand on your own, be confident, independent, and at the same time, still feel like you're able to be taken care of and take care of others, still feeling like you can be protected and protect others, at the same time giving that to yourself first, coming from an overflowing cup. So it's that balance here that's coming through. There's definitely an energy here of finding the abundance in this relationship. There is something here where in the past, one of you would have needed to uproot something in order for this to manifest. However, without compromise, this can manifest bigger, better, bolder, more beautiful. This next step, whatever it is. Maybe one of you would have needed to step back at your career so that you two could start a family. Maybe you two would have needed to budget differently so you two could start a family. Maybe one of you would have needed to move or learn another language. There's definitely this energy here, or even open up to a different relationship style. Maybe some of you are connecting with somebody where you've never perhaps dated somebody with that sexual orientation before, with that gender before. You've only been in non-monogamous relationships. This is monogamous, or the other way around. You've only been in monogamous relationships, and this would be non-monogamous. There's something like this dynamic that's coming through here. There's something new and fresh and innovative about it, but at the same time, this is someone that seemingly you've known for a while, or at least it feels like you've known them for a long time. So what is really next here for you is something coming into balance, and also a new offer. I'm also getting an apology. I'm hearing that song, Is It Too Late Now to Say Sorry by Justin Bieber. So there's definitely going to be some sort of love offer here that's going to move you forward and bring this into balance. This is something where if you do resonate with there being like a runner chaser situation here, or if you are playing a little bit of a chicken game, whether this is, no, I'm going to go to therapy first. No, you go to therapy first. Or whether this is something like you text me first. No, you text me first. Or you share feelings first, whatever it is. There's this energy of chicken here where this other person is kind of dropping the ego and they're becoming more spiritually charged. And they're coming through to you through their intuition, ready for something new. So it's really beautiful. What's next for group number one? What flipped over here? The Hermit. What's next in love is you romancing yourself. Okay, it's going to be you wanting to do your face masks. It's going to be you doing your hobbies. It's going to be you doing those self-love affirmations in the mirror and drinking your tea and putting your feet up and booking yourself little massages and working on your finances. That is going to be ultimately what helps this relationship be successful. Because not only is there room for both of these energies here, this is actually a foundation upon which this relationship is meant to grow and evolve. So what is next here for you, group number one, is actually, I'm seeing that you two putting your brains together are going to be able to make a lot of money together. If one of you owns a business and the other one of you is in, let's just say, for sake of simplicity here, since this is on YouTube, maybe you have a YouTube channel and maybe this person is in production. This person can help you with your sound editing or your video quality. And they can also help you maybe connect with brands for brand deals. This is something like this. Alternatively, this can be something where maybe this person is in a really high position in a corporate job. And maybe you're very organized, you're very on top of things, but at the same time, they're not very organized. And they could do so much more if there were 5 of them. Well, you might help them delegate their tasks by helping them hire assistants or find places where you can basically maybe answer those emails they can't answer back. You can help them expand into different avenues where they haven't expanded into yet. You encourage them in their music career, or they encourage you in your acting career, whatever it is. There's definitely this vibe here of you don't, like, you go down together, but now you grow together. Like, you know what it's like to be on the whole roller coaster ride. But now, because you see it from a higher perspective, you're able to do something about it. You're able to brace yourself and make it so that you don't necessarily feel the impact as much. And I'm also getting a lot of material and financial stability in the future here in love. Ultimately, this is going to be something where this person wants to spoil you even more than they ever have in the past. This is looking like flowers every week, This is, or more than that, this is looking like this person wants to make sure that you have that garden that you've always visualized. This person is taking steps towards saving up to buy your dream house. This person is making steps towards not being the person that you want them to be, but loving you in the way that you want and need to be loved. And those are two different things. They might sound a little bit congruent, but there's a difference between being one person that loves the way they want to love others versus loving your partner in the way that they need to be loved, and also finding the authenticity there, where what it's authentic for you to give and for you to receive is what's authentic for them to give and them to receive. So this is something where maybe I'm hearing, if you adore her, Dior her. This might be something where this person's like, well, okay, I gotta work for a little bit. And they might be able to save up some money. They might be able to make different moves in their career so that they can make passive income. They might be able to fly out to see you if this is a long distance thing. They might be able to organize their time better if this is a non-monogamous thing, or just anything in general. So this is what's next in your career. This person has been and is continuing to balance out things in their life so that they can love you better, but they have to show up correctly. They want to show up correctly. And so if this is someone that you've been with for a very long time, they're going to be planting those roots even more deeply, but they're going to be investing in you, which is going to help do this. So they're going to help make your dreams come true. They're going to help you wear your favorite perfume. They're going to help you have those experiences of travel or of life or business that you want to have. They're going to basically invest their energy into you, and that's going to help you grow and thrive and be more abundant. This is about you're both working towards your self-care together, and you're both working towards their self-care together. I'm getting that it was leaning one way, now it's leaning the other way. And whatever this is, it's going to make a lot of money or a lot of stability, or there's going to be a lot of potential here when it comes to this can be the house of your dreams. This can be living in the neighborhood of your dreams. This can be moving to a different country, even though that might seem like a hard process sometimes. This can be you being able to be in a place where you both are sitting in that chair at that restaurant in that town, wearing those shoes, having that conversation, and you look back and you realize that together you visualized that exact moment and made it happen. This is that moment where you're sitting next to each other, clinking glasses in the Maldives, and you think about 10 years ago when you were saying, geez, I wish that we could go to the Maldives together. It's something like this. This is what's next in love for you. There's going to be a big shift, a big turning of a page here. And it's going to show you that there's a lot of newness that's written on that next page. And that newness is going to take some time to acclimate to, which is why your self-love message is so important first. Okay? It's not about you necessarily shifting to acclimate to what's on that next page. Rather, it's about you pouring into yourself so much so that you recognize that whatever's on the next page is just meant to serve you. And it might be new, it might be different, but you're taking care of yourself in the process. So it matters a little less what's on the page. And because of that, what's on the page is serving you even more. I am getting a lot of introspection. So this lets me know this might be someone you haven't talked to in a long time. They haven't talked to you, you haven't talked to them. There's some weird dynamic going on here. But there is 100% a revitalization of this energy here. For some of you, this is someone from the past coming back. For some of you, this is grounding of a situation that's kind of just been on pause for a while, whether you are living together in a relationship together fully, or you haven't spoken in a while. And for others of you, this is somebody that's coming in that might have eyes that remind you of someone else. They might have a little spark that reminds you of someone else, but ultimately, this is going to be the most evolved romantic experience that you've had in your life yet, because you're the most evolved version of you that you've been in your life yet. And this is going to be someone who wants you to be happy. They want you to make yourself happy, and they want to be the cherry on top. And they want to make themselves happy, and they want you to be the cherry on top. And they want you two together to build what you both want individually and allow those things to create this third entity, whether that be a child or a house or a trust fund or a vibe that is going to be something that fulfills your dreams individually and theirs. And you actually feel like there's teamwork going on, Instead of you taking care of yourself, you feel like taking care of yourself, it's a teamwork thing, and vice versa. And that is how they want to make you feel. And so they're taking appropriate steps in order for you to understand this. And there's also an element here with number 9 of freedom. Now we have Hermit, which is of course Virgo, which is number 6, but we have number 9, which is Sagittarius and Jupiter. So this is saying that this is going to crack open some aspects of your daily life, and it's going to take a look at freedom in a way that you haven't had it in the past. Freedom in relationships, freedom in finances, freedom in time, freedom in balance, freedom in love, freedom in your ability to dream, giving you more space to dream bigger, to do more, to plan differently, to act differently, and more and more and more in alignment with you, because your cup is being poured into. And that is the intention here, and that is the step that's coming through. So I want to pull a little more details. So group number 1, what does group number 1 need to know? I'm hearing, again, the rich man. I'm also being shown Her, like the artist Her. I'm hearing the song The Best Part by Her as well. So let's see. Yeah, this might be someone that feels like at one point in time, if not currently, they feel like you were either too good to be true or that you were a missed opportunity or vice versa. This can be something where I'm hearing the song Puppy Love. This might have been Puppy Love. This might be something like where you thought that you were beautiful together when you were young. This can also indicate some sort of either false start, or this might be also an energy of feeling like pipe dreams are present a little bit. This person's like, yeah, you and me, we're gonna go do this and conquer the world. And you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna work on myself and let's do something in that direction instead of talking about it. There can be a little bit of this vibe coming through as well in the past here. This person wants to have a conversation with you, and they really want to have a little bit of a difficult conversation that you might not imagine this person having been mature enough to have in the past. They want to move past certain things. For some of you, this might be couples therapy. For others of you, this might be understanding a different culture or a different language better. For some of you, this is just going to be them wanting to move forward and have that hard conversation and sit down and really just get to the bottom of it once and for all, or sit down and just make that plan, make that business plan, make that financial plan, make that life plan, whatever it is. They also really want to not only move forward, but they want to move forward a bit quickly too, but they want it to be stable. There's something here about passion that can be a fool's errand. Not that it's bad, but there's a little bit of this vibe of, oh, well, you actually have to use your critical thinking and problem solve, and you have to communicate, and you have to have time and effort and a plan and ground it. You can have all the passion in the world, and you can end up spinning around in circles until you pass out and get really dizzy. But you have to also ground it. The way to manifest something is not just to, again, like disown your masculine energy or disown your feminine energy. Just work, and then you will get there. Or just pull, and it will arrive without you lifting a finger. It is that balance. And so there's this energy of this integration of all energies that are coming through in this, where the passion is great, but the communication has to be there. You have to get through a certain bump in the road. You have to ground the energy. You have to close out certain cycles and make sure that you have a similar vision that you're working towards in the future, and to not only have common goals, but to also want each other to reach your own individual goals. And so conversation like this is coming up in the future. What's next in love for you is going to be, well, it's going to hit you pretty quickly, actually, and you might be a little stressed about it because we have Knight of Swords with a star, and then boom, the Ten of Wands. So something's going to come in really quickly. It might feel a little bit like too good to be true, like a pipe dream. It might be like, wow, I've always wanted this moment to happen. I've always wanted to hear those words come out of this person's mouth. I've always wanted this. And then, wait, is this too good to be true? Wait, is this grounded? Wait, are they just saying this to me? Wait, am I ready for this? There's a little bit of this Ten of Wands energy. And this is what you're going to be talking through. Oh, okay, well, there's a lot of planning that goes into a wedding. Oh, okay, well, there's a lot of organization required for a non-monogamous connection, depending on the type of connection that you're having. Well, there's a lot of details to go over. You have to sit down and make a plan and communicate so that you can see and understand yourself and each other, and then feel seen and understood. So actually that step of feeling seen and understood by your person while making a plan for the future that is more grounded is what's up next. Some of you are looking around like, what person? And there's somebody here that's from either your social circle, or they're like long lost from the past, or this is someone who's just gonna be there someday. They're just gonna show up kind of quickly. So this might be someone that you've passed in the coffee shop a million times, but you've never really spoken to, and it just gets off the ground like that. For some of you, again, this is your partner for a long time, so this part isn't relevant. For a lot of you, this is going to be someone from the past that just kind of shows up in your life again. Like, you can just easily tell you were on the same vibe and then you were not, and now you are again. And so there's this energy like this. This can be for some of you your first love. This can be for some of you a puppy love. This can be for some of you someone where your vision of this person was idealized, or they idealized you, or something like this. There's this energy of grounding the dream. You need to ground the dream. You need to think about it. You need to talk about it. You need to be about it. And so that the building blocks of that are going to come in fast. And that's what's next in love for you. Anything else you need to know? Yes. Okay. I'm getting for you to be prepared to think on your feet, to travel at a moment's notice, and to also have conversations that might be a little self-exploratory, where they might be asking you questions that maybe you haven't even thought about your answer to in years, if you ever have. So just to kind of be ready to let your walls down, pivot at a moment's notice, and then have some maybe interesting conversations there that might be a bit deep or vulnerable. Also, preparation for quick vulnerability, like them flying you out somewhere, or them just wanting to take a trip with you, or something like this. This is kind of giving, I'm posting this around Valentine's Day, although this is a timeless reading. Like, happy Valentine's Day, I called in to work for you and I packed your bags and we're hopping on a plane to Hawaii. Oh, okay. Something like that. So kind of be ready to pivot at a moment's notice. And it's going to be positive. Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, beautiful energy here. It's going to show you a new kind of abundance that's coming from your self-work and this grounding through your relationships with other people, and this one specific relationship as well. So that is all I have for you, group number 1. This is what's next in love for you. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity for you. Feel free to check out another pile or another reading. I love you and I'm grateful for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It helps other people find their readings as well. If you'd like more exclusive content, you can find that here on YouTube on my inner circle or on Patreon. And most of you know me from TikTok, so you can find me over there as well, of course. And I will see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, group 2. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what is next in love, and you selected the second group with the Stevie Nicks card. Now this says Crossroads and number 40, which is interesting because Crossroads reminds me of Eric Clapton, actually. There's something here about someone packing their bags. If you left this person, or maybe you're at long distance with this person, this can be an on-again, off-again relationship. This can be something where I'm hearing, well, here you go again, you say you want your freedom. And then again, thunder only happens when it's raining. So there's definitely some sort of, let's just say thunder. There's some charging energy here. I also want to take a minute to notice that she is wearing, well, it kind of looks like blue if you look at the highlights, but she's wearing all black. So, I mean, it is Stevie Nicks, but she's giving a little bit of a little sad energy here. With the darkness, she doesn't always wear super dark. Sometimes she's light and fluffy and boho. And so what's next in love for you? Let's look at the number 40. This has a lot to do with home life, with stability, with love, with maternal energy. This is something where there's some sort of pattern that's being broken, and the crossroads here, this determines the direction of what happens next in love for you. And so we'll take a look at these different options, but what I'm really getting here with the number 40, now 40 is 4 and 10. That is the mother and the father in numerology, in astrology, Cancer and Capricorn dynamic. So this is something where it's either strict, this person might be controlling, you might be controlling, okay, with peace and love. It might be something where it's very there's a lot of love, there's a lot of soft, there's a lot of fluff. It might be the dynamic between the two, where when it's really good, but when it's bad, it's really bad. This may be a dynamic where you, your person, or both have been kind of bringing in patterns from their either parental dynamic or their dynamic with their parents into this connection. And with the crossroads here, I'm hearing crossroad blues. I think that was Robert Johnson actually, and then Eric Clapton sang it, but there's definitely this energy here about there being a crossroads. And there's also this dynamic of a pattern that needs to break. It's, I'm hearing also Bad Blood by Taylor Swift, a lot of music. It's almost that there's so much emotion and so much music and so much media that the grounded, like tactical energy here is kind of, you have to sift through other stuff in order to find it. This might be, well, you said this and I responded in this way. Yes, but I feel this and this was the situation. And like, it's all the fluff that comes in to kind of not look at what's actually going on. So what's next in love, it's basically consequential for you, group number 2. What I'm really getting here is that this can be something where this person wanted a parental dynamic in your relationship, and that is not how romantic relationships go. This can be something where this person was bringing in the dynamic of their own parents into your relationship, which is probably also not very healthy, right? Where they might have wanted you to parent them, or alternatively, they might have only seen one example of love and tried to mimic that in their relationship with you. And you're not accepting patterns and behaviors and karma that don't belong to you. And so we have this crossroads energy with Stevie Nicks. And I'm hearing landslide again. You see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, the landslide brought you down. There's definitely this energy of like poetic energy, of a little bit of drama. I'm not gonna lie. It's very ethereal and not very grounded. It's like, well, you tripped me on purpose and then I fell. And it's, yes, but I was just led by the passion and how could I not? And it's, well, because you don't treat people like that. And it's maybe, yes, but that's not how I want to be treated. Don't treat me like that. And they're, well, that's how this person and that person behave. And that's how, and it's okay, but that's not you and that's not me. There's something about seeing what's actually going on here, especially with Stevie Nicks. She's got these big, beautiful round eyes here and the dark lip. Her mouth is shut. So perhaps you're not speaking to this person right now. Maybe you broke up. Maybe you're considering leaving this connection. Maybe this is just a pattern of yours that you've been trying to break. Maybe you end up adopting people instead of dating them on accident. Maybe you end up in situations where people end up being really controlling or maybe kind of quasi-narcissistic instead of just people who see you as an equal and can put their ego aside and move forward. There's definitely an energy of breaking patterns that's coming up next for you in love. So let's take a look at the tarot here and see what's going on. So what is up next for group number 2 in love? I'm hearing you deserve a lot better, a lot better. I'm also noticing she's wearing a hat. She's protecting her crown, and there's also something around her throat. So you might feel as though what's next in love is that you have less to say, or you feel like you finally can speak up. And also that your faith and your intuition, you're listening to it. You're not second guessing it because somebody is sweet talking you, right? So, Woo with the Hanged Man definitely shifts. Definitely a shift here. There's a little bit of a, I'm hearing the phrase pregnant pause. The Hanged Man is a suspension. It's also number 12, so it's Neptunian, Piscean. It also connects with the feet. So this is, again, it's a spiritual energy that's grounded. It's like you see your intuition and you understand it and it's grounded. So when there's that emotionally charged kind of, it's ungrounded and it's not based in intuition, it's just like lust for life, literally, but there's no where for it to go, upwards or downwards. That is this energy that's kind of getting cleared out for you from around you. So I'm getting that you are not like this. So you might be a little bit like dry. I'm getting kind of a dry energy here from her. Let's see what's next for group number 2 in love. Page of Cups. Yeah. If you've recently, if you're not talking to somebody that you came to this reading about, or if you've recently broken up with someone or you're thinking about breaking up with them, they know, first of all, but also they want to come towards you. And I'm getting this energy of like begging and pleading and crying, but it's almost trying to elicit a response from you because it's about that, oh, like victim energy, a little bit more than it is the self-realization here. But the self-realization is there. It's a seed that has roots and a sapling. That is something that you need to know. But the behavior, it's still that Page of Cups of a child. It's giving childish, not childlike. Okay. So, but what is next for you though, is if you are waiting for this person, if you're like, why have I not heard back from this person? Like, really? After everything? You will be hearing back from them. Okay. And if this is more of a pattern or cycle thing for you, you're going to be breaking this and focusing on yourself, and you're going to be spotting those people a million miles away who are not going to have anything to offer you. Okay. For example, if you think, like if you start to pick up that narky vibe, or if you start to pick up that vibe of I'm looking for someone to mother me, or you start to pick up that vibe of I'm looking for someone to own, to have as an object, or I'm looking for someone to flash on my arm, you're going to be able to smell it a mile away, 2.5 kilometers away. And that is going to bring you into this energy where you know that you are, I'm hearing ITGIRL, like where you are feeling like you are it. And with that, you're going to probably feel a little bit maybe turned off towards relationships in general. Now, that might not be where you are right now. You might come to this place of introspection where you're like, you know what? Do I really even want to deal with that again? You might be kind of tired, a little burnt out. And that is actually going to be what attracts your ideal partner towards you. I'm getting group number 2 that you're not in an energy of like desperation or anything, but you might attract partners that are desperate. You might attract partners that are clingy. And so you might need to keep them at an arm's length. Otherwise, they will glue themselves to you. You might find yourself as well that you are maybe wanting to care and nurture care for someone, nurture them, take care of them, protect them. But when you do, they start taking advantage of that, or they start acting out, because then everything is your responsibility and not theirs. And so there's this breaking of the cycle where you're like, it's that energy. It's not romance. It's that energy that you're done with. And this might even be in a relationship that you're currently in right now, where you've set boundaries time and time again. And it's always, yes, but I am the victim to my own behaviors, and I wouldn't have done that if I didn't feel that, and I felt that because I just am like that. No. You have to stand up. You have to peel the orange. You have to put the peel in the trash. You have to clean up the juice if you spill it on the floor, and then you have to clean the plate that you ate it on, and then that's how you do things. It's not like, I just wanted an orange, so I grabbed it and then I squeezed it, and it's not my fault the juice was everywhere. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So there's this energy of you being like, I'm done with that. So with the Queen of Cups, what's next in love for you is actually this, something that's behind the scenes. It's kind of lurking here a bit. There's this pride, and I'm really feeling this like clenching energy a bit in your throat chakra. She's wearing a choker here. The Hanged Man neck is not even present. The neck is not present on this card. Neck is not present on this card. And here it's over elongated. So there's definitely something here about the throat chakra, about it's not even worth your breath to say certain things, or you feel like you've said things so many times. What else is there to say? And you're coming into this place where you're like, wait, I shouldn't have to tell you this. I shouldn't have to even say that. It's obvious. And so there's this empowerment that's coming through the naturalizing of a little bit of duh in your energy field. So this is really beautiful. But let's see what's next for group number 2 in love. Tell us about their love life. Yeah, everything is changing. I'm hearing something has changed within me. So wicked could be significant for some of you. Defying gravity. You might feel like you always have to be the bad guy because you have to stand up for what's right, or hold your integrity, or you don't want to get peer pressured into things that aren't in alignment with your virtues and morals. There's definitely a big shift coming on in your love life, and that's why you are experiencing this. Oh, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Swords, but it's up to you, again with the Crossroads, it's up to you to continue to move forward on that path or in that energy. Because let's just say this is with your current person and you naturalize that energy, you are in that energy, that person might throw a temper tantrum. They might also get with the program. They might go to therapy. They might ask their friends who are terrible influences on them in order to validate their bad behavior. They might ask their friends who are more mature than them in order to help them get it together. The way that the response is to this energy, that's not on you. The change in your love life comes from you holding and naturalizing into your energy field and your aura this new energy of having broken this pattern and cycle. Not feeling bad that your response to someone treating you badly makes them hurt. They hurt you, which hurts them. So poor them? No. Okay. Again, I'm hearing crossroads. I went down to the crossroads and I fell on my knees. Down to the crossroads, I fell on my knees and I asked the Lord above for mercy. And so there's this energy maybe of somebody begging you for mercy or saying, please, I'll get it together. Let me show up again. Like, there's this energy of they might, you might be asking the universe, you might be asking your spirit guides, like, please, can you just get me out of this energy? Just like attune me, help me change the thoughts in my mind, the energy I'm around, help me get with the program so that I can level up because I'm sick and tired of dealing with this energy. Alternatively, there might be a person around you who is also kind of in this energy. I'm hearing that sound that was trending like last year that's like ding 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 ding, oh dang it, oh dang it, oh dang it. So this person might be coming to you with well, I'll buy you flowers. You're like, that doesn't fix the problem. Oh dang it. Well, I'll marry you. That doesn't fix the problem. Oh dang it. And it's like this energy of like, they might try several different things. They'll try to say everything. They'll try to do everything. They're like, well, if it's not flowers, maybe it's a stuffed animal. And you're like, throw away your orange peel, right? So unless it's something like going to therapy and meditating and doing the work and self-reflection and doing the shadow work and growing and taking accountability, that is something here that they're learning from you or they've learned from you. Alternatively, what's next in love for you is that, yeah, this person's like, it's interesting. This is like they're watching you card a little bit. But I heard like they're stalking you. So I don't want to take that like very literally because that's not something to say lightly. But this person might be driving past your house. They might be checking your social media 10 times a day. They might be pulling a lot of tarot cards on you and things like this. So just so you're aware of that. What's next in love for group number 2? 9 of Swords. Yeah. So group 2, you're breaking through the cycle and you do have a new love that you deserve, that deserves you on the other side of this. But there's still a little bit of this old energy that's clearing out here. So let's see what's on the other side of you clearing out this energy. I'm hearing there's old and there's new. So let's take a look at the old. Okay. They all fell upside down. So this is letting me know that maybe you don't believe that the old can be something that works for you if you grow into this energy. But what I'm actually getting is that this will come in a way that serves you. It will actually be something that is fair to you and it's humanitarian in some way, shape, or form. Like whatever issues you might have had in this connection or with this person, you've learned from, they've learned from, and then they end up becoming a therapist in relationships, and then they help other people not be stuck in that lack of accountability energy that they were in or something like that. Or they help people break that parenting dynamic, or they help people release their sense of control over other people and relationship dynamics, something like this, where this is actually used to manifest a bigger, better, greater version of them, but also an impact on the world behind them, which is beautiful. This might be someone who feels that they don't have a purpose outside of you. You awaken them into their purpose. And so if it's this old, you might feel like, yeah, but that's not my job, which I would say, yeah, absolutely, you're correct. But what I am seeing here is that there's a reason this person feels this way. And it is because if they choose to do the work and you continue breaking the cycle, you stand in that energy, they have to show up one particular way. And the thing is, they feel like they have to show up. So it's about them moving right, not them. It's them moving right and into their growth, not saying whatever or doing whatever so that you respond in a way that they want. It's not manipulation, it's integrity, but they might not see the difference right now, but they will, is the point. And if they do, and you explore that, then what's next in love for you is actually being able to grow and manifest something that's beautiful together, that works for both of you, and is actually very It's very beautiful. This is like the kind of love story that you can tell down the line. This is something where your, let's say, hypothetical grandchildren would talk about the love that you two shared, and that's relationship goals now, or that you broke this pattern, and if they can do it, we can do it too. Something like this. Something that's inspirational. Now, for those of you who are only looking at the new, what's next in love? After, of course, breaking the cycle, because we've got this energy that's clearing out. Okay, you're moving forward, and I'm seeing that you are not taking any BS. Okay, so your standards are raising. Your dating pool, wherever it was, your pool of interested parties, it shrinks by at least 50% here, maybe even 75%, because your standards are raising and you're not dealing with any BS at all. Okay, also, with the star here, there's going to be a connection that comes in that's more spiritual for you, and this would be it for you. This would be somebody that is, let's just say, the last first date that you go on, or the last relationship that you have. This would be something entirely new. The dynamic would be different. The person would be different. The conversations would be different. The spiritual connection would be different than one that you've had in the past as well. And this is something where right from the bat, this is teamwork. It's teamwork immediately. You don't have to grow into teamwork. It's already there. I do want to notice the fact that we have 3 major arcanas for both options for you. So what's next in love is, first and foremost, you moving forward in the direction that you know is right. It's about the vibe. It's about the energy. And whatever it looks like in alignment with that vibe, you're called to honor. But don't focus on what it looks like, regardless of the vibe. Focus on how it vibes, regardless of what it looks like. So you're called to work on that first and foremost. And then what's next is, if you go back to the old or the new, you're going to see that either way, you end up quite fulfilled. But you're going to find that with the new, you'll be more successful, and there's more of a spiritual aspect to this connection, and that it doesn't require so much teaching a man to fish in the beginning. However, with the second one, you're going to find that things stay the energy, it's like confined, but it's a confinement that you would be happy to live in. So the second one might involve, for example, more travel if you choose someone new, or it might be where you start 10 different businesses together and you're always onto a new venture. The first one might be a little more, we do this and then we do that and then we do this. We buy a house and then we stay there and then we make it nice, but it stays that way forever. It's very more, it's confined. It's a happiness that's confined, but nonetheless it's confined. There is a spiritual energy here, but it's very rigid. The old energy evolved and ends up helping others, but rigid. And there's also this energy of magic that would come with the new that there's almost a distinct lack of in the old. Now, the magician here, this is an energy that's saying that the old here is a manifester turned manipulator, and then a manipulator turned manifester. And again, it's not about what it looks like, it's about the vibe. And we don't accept that vibe. However, it does turn manifester if you are so kind. So with the new here, we do have travel, we do have more success, we do have an element of finances coming out as well. The 10 of Swords, you feel like you have nothing to worry about. This is peaceful, easy feelings with the new. You can dream together, you can dream bigger. There's a lot more spirituality in this energy. There's team building. But there's also this energy of knowing that the second that this new shows up, everything is new from this point on. It's a continued sense of renewing energy. Versus the old, which would progress and grow. However, you would always know what to expect. Or there might be some nuance here, like you go to a different place every year on vacation or something like this, but you have the same schedule, you see the same people, you go to the same places, you always come home at the same time, to the same house, to the same people, they say the same things. There's definitely a program here. And that doesn't need to be bad, it can be what some of you want. And some of you might be more free spirits, some of you might really crave that stability. So that's going to be up to you. So this is what I see for you. Group 2, what is next in love for you? First and foremost, do not roll with the BS, with the crap. Okay, you deserve so much better than that. And whatever manifests from that, remember, feel it out basically with your eyes shut. It has to be in alignment with that vibe that you know that you embody, and you're moving towards growth in that same direction. And so if that looks like this person showing up with roses and you accepting those roses, okay. If it looks like that person showing up with those roses and you say, absolutely not, get out of my way, it can be that too. As long as that path, that energy is in integrity, as long as that energy is undisturbed. So keep that stronghold. And then from there, you will find that the things that deserve you in return are going to be coming in. And then in that energy, you can pick old or new. Which structure would you like? However, it's that energy that has to be unmistakable, first and foremost. So group 2, this is what I have for you. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity for you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps me out a lot. It helps other people find the readings that are meant for them. And if you're interested in a personal reading with me, I do offer those on my spiritual store on Etsy at Spiritualistik, linked in the description box below. There you will also find my Inner Circle channel here on YouTube and my Patreon, both of which are different exclusive content channels that you can join for more of this content. And as always, I love you and I'm grateful for you, and I will see you next time. Feel free to check out another pile or another reading. I love you, I'm grateful for you, and namaste. Hi there, group 3, namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what is next in love for you, and you selected the third group with the Aaliyah card. Now, Aaliyah's card here says the angel in number 1. We have the green energy, which is the color of unconditional love, and the heart chakra, as well as the astral body. So there is definitely this energy here where what's next in love for you has a lot to do with you being seen exactly for who and what you are, and that is an angel. This is you being prioritized above all else, not in a destructive or toxic way, but in a way where you are really truly seen and valued and appreciated in the ways that you want to be seen, valued, and appreciated. Your days of giving more than you're receiving are long gone. Your days of maybe receiving a lot, but it's a lot of breadcrumbs and you would have just rather received a loaf of bread, are over. And group number 3, what's next in love for you, has a lot to do with you and your worth and your value and what it is that you deserve, not only being seen, but being exalted as well. Now, for those of you, like, if you know, with Aaliyah, basically, this girl was outshining everyone left and right, time and time again, just because she was being herself, and that happened to have been an absolute star, an absolute talent. And she ended up threatening people who were really in distorted and toxic energies, and well, most of us know what happened there. So basically what we're getting here is that you shine bright. Like, you have this star quality to you, group number 3, and you are unmistakably the best of the best at what it is that you do. You are unmistakably the most beautiful person when you walk into a room. You are unmistakably the one who has gone to therapy the most. You are the most educated. Like, you are the one to look out for at work. You are the one who is turning heads every time you step into any room ever. You are the kind of person where you cannot be with a partner who is jealous or possessive or doesn't want to give you enough space to shine, because you will outshine everyone in the room. You need to be around people and romantic partners who are able to see who you are and give you the space to be like that. For example, if you outshine other people, it's not because you're competitive, it's because you're being authentic to yourself and you have a natural gift. You might have a natural gift of communication, of beauty. It might be a spiritual gift. It might be that you outshine people at work. Whatever it is, you are a shining, shining star. And so what's next in love for you is this being affirmed and supported and uplifted. And I'm being shown like a protective bubble being put around you, basically, because someone can see very clearly that because you are the most beautiful person in the room, people's egos love to ignore you, to try to take you off a pedestal. Because you are the best one at your job, people love to steal or dismiss your job proposals or your work. Because you are having a really nice organized exercise routine, you have a really nice body, people love to try to feed you junk food or mess with your sleep schedule. There's definitely this energy here where you existing just threatens people. Because you are genuinely, and this is the big one with the green energy here, the angel, number one, you are pure. You're a beautiful person inside and out. You would never, ever even think, it wouldn't even cross your mind to behave in the ways that people consistently treat you. And because of this, group number three, because you are such a kind-hearted, beautiful, giving, gracious person, because you are literally an angel, the card that you have here, people love to treat you poorly and try to get a reaction out of you. Because either you act like a saint and you are numb or delusional or holier than thou, or you respond in the way that they're trying to manipulate you into responding because, God forbid, you have feelings about being mistreated. And then there you go. They knew it all along. You weren't really that nice. And group number three, what's next in love with you is, like I said, somebody seeing this and putting a protective bubble around you. Now I'm hearing the song Cinderella. Group three, meaning you don't need someone to come in and save you. You can rescue yourself. Not that you need rescuing. That's the whole point, is that you are strong enough on your own. You can do everything on your own. You've needed to be stronger and tougher than everyone around you because of you've worked harder to get to where you are. Therefore, people love to dismiss it, which makes you need to work even harder. You move only through integrity and love. So when that triggers people who can't work through integrity or love to save their life, you have to open up your heart even more. You have to continue to fine-tune that moral and value system so that you move forward correctly. And what's next in love is this being seen and protected and genuinely invested into in a way where you are getting almost airlifted out of that situation or out of that community and put in a place where objectively you are appreciated. It's kind of like someone saying, oh, your friends are jealous of you because you're successful at your career. Your friends are jealous of you because you got your degree. Those people are jealous of you because you're good at your job or because you're very beautiful. Well, here, my friends all want to be successful. You would fit in perfectly in this group. Here, there are no catty, jealous, low vibrational people in this community. Come join us over here. You're absolutely beautiful. That's amazing. How about we highlight those features and put you in a place where beauty is appreciated because it's art. Because your love, it's art. Your beauty, it's art. Your success, it's art. There's an art and a science to it. And you being smart and you being artistic and you being beautiful, you creating yourself into something beautiful is exactly what you deserve to reap the rewards of it. And so this is what's next for you in love. I am going to get into the tarot so we can pull a little bit more specifics here. So what's next in love for group number three? I'm hearing a sigh of relief, a breath of fresh air. I'm also hearing the song Glitter in the Air by Pink. You might be often, say you have, let's just say pretty privilege. People will often dismiss people's feelings or pain or anything because they're beautiful. And it's like, well, you don't have a right to complain because at least you're pretty. And you might notice that people like that, they don't get seen for who they are. They get seen as an object. They get seen as someone that people want to conquer or have sex with or say that they hooked up with or say that they dated. And they're not really seen for who they are. They're expected to play like they're dumb, expected to act like, I don't know what's going on. I just can't do it. I'm just a girl. Which I say I'm just a girl all the time. Okay, not dismissing that. But there is this energy here where this is appreciated and it's seen and it's loved. And there's also something here about you can be beautiful and smart. 6 of Wands. What's next in love for you is success. And 4 of Cups. This is someone who sees your value and they know what to do about it, and they do. This isn't someone who sees your value and they go, shiny, I want it, and then they can't handle it. This is someone who sees your value. They know what to do about it. And they also take a look at those people around you who don't have your best interests at heart, but maybe it's your family. Maybe they've been your friend for 10 years. Maybe you don't have any other friends at work. And they're going to say, hey, you know that person doesn't have your best interests at heart. Don't just keep them around. This is someone who's going to say, hey, no one told you that you had some food in your teeth, probably because it was getting them off in a weird way. Let me get that for you while no one's looking. Let me straighten your crown without telling anybody that it was crooked. And this is what's next in love for you. Look at the Wheel of Fortune in the world. Yeah, group number 3, what's next in love for you is that your daily life is going to change. It's giving being pampered. It's really giving you being put into the places that align with your energy. It's really giving ugly duckling. Group number 3, it's a swan around a bunch of ducks, and the ducks are all jealous of the swan and they make fun of the swan, and so the swan feels like, how come I'm not supposed to shrink myself to fit in here, because clearly we're not cut out of the same material. But at the same time, I don't know where I do belong because I've never seen a swan. These other people have all seen swans. They know I'm a swan, but they're jealous of swans, so they think that they should just keep me down. This is someone who says, hey, you're a swan. Come hang out with all these swans over here. And it's really beautiful. This is really giving this energy of what's next in love for you is someone who is passionate yet mature, artistic yet grounded. This is someone who loves to travel or will travel to see you. This is someone who will hop on a plane to take you on a first date. This is someone who will hop on a plane, book a reservation, fly you out to see them, and not expect anything of you in return. Book you your own personal hotel room with gifts in there and say, hey, meet me for dinner if that resonates with you. I bet you're tired. This is someone who wants to take care of you, not because you can't take care of yourself, but this is someone who wants you to always feel taken care of. This is someone who says, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and book a massage and a nail appointment for you every Tuesday. You don't have to go. It just makes me feel better to know that you have the option to relax and decompress every Tuesday. I know you like getting your nails done, so you don't always have to do it. Maybe you want to go to a different place, but it just makes me feel better to know you have that option. This is someone who wants to take care of you like this. Okay, group number 3. I am hearing death and rebirth with the Tower in reverse. I'm hearing you have had enough character development. Your character is developed. I'm being shown that Selena Gomez, the time when she used that quote on her social media, she's like, I have had enough character development. My character's done developing. And after everything, she ended up meeting her person, and it was someone who saw her shining and wasn't trying to diminish it. She wasn't too skinny or too chubby or too soft or too loud or too anything. She was herself, and that was perfect, and that was enough. And so there's this energy here where if you eat a bowl of pasta, then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you're so you shouldn't have eaten that. Ew, I got the salad. And if you eat the salad, it's, oh my God, why are you restricting yourself so much? If you're exercising, it's, oh my God, you must be really self-conscious about your body. And if you're not, then it's, oh my God, you must not care about your body. It's this ew, ew, it's gross, this energy. Sorry. And so what's next for you, group number 3, it's your integrity being magnified tenfold, whatever that is. It's you go to the gym and now you have a new gym partner, or you have a personal trainer because this person hooked it up for you, or this person wants to make sure that you feel as supported as possible. They learn you, they learn your love languages, they learn the way that you work, and they don't use it to manipulate you, they use it to love you. This is someone who's successful but also downplays it. This isn't someone who tries to look fancy or tries to look rich. This isn't someone who tries to act really cool or tries to spit game on you. This is somebody who comes in and they are nice, they are kind, they do something humanitarian, they make a good amount of money. Not, you wouldn't know that because they don't try to look like they make money and don't try to look like it. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to give off any particular aura except for their own. And that's what they're going to recognize in you, that you don't try to emit any kind of aura except for your own. This person might have some really distinguishing tattoos or really distinguishing features. They might have a lot of, I don't know, like, like a really soft passion to them, not like an explosive, really, really fiery passion, kind of like a watery passion that is, it's grounded and it's kind and it's gentle. This person is more into, I would definitely say, like intimacy than like sex. This person is definitely more into maturity, but also knows how to have a good laugh and a giggle. This is somebody who, they're busy, but they'll reorganize their schedule for you, but not in a way where they'll self-destruct. This is someone who would never ask you to reorganize or reschedule for them. They want to respect your boundaries and give you an extra inch of space just in case, an extra few centimeters of space just in case. What's next in love for you, group number 3, is that you find the sense of freedom that you didn't know where to find, not because you were looking in the wrong places, but because you weren't looking. This is kind of giving either you've been single for a long time, or love just hasn't been that important to you, or maybe you've just learned so many lessons time and time again about the same few things about how, yes, you know you outshine and it triggers people. Yes, you know that you're beautiful, and so people will try to convince you, don't get your nails done, don't wear your makeup, you should only wear sweatpants, you shouldn't show off what you've got. And it's this energy where you're like, yeah, I get it. Wear someone that is secure. They're secure across the board. And this is something that you deserve because it's something that you can provide for yourself. You're not receiving anything that you cannot provide for yourself. And anything that you can provide for yourself in increments, where people continue to try to pull the rug out from underneath you, wherever people might have created some, let's just say, water damage in certain areas of your life, you're going to have extra reinforcement here from this person. And it's really beautiful because this is somebody who's going to see you as the prize. But also you're going to feel that they're a prize as well. It's going to be really beautiful. This will be someone who sees your worth the first time, and they're not going to make you wait, but they are going to take their time making their decisions so that they come to you appropriately and correctly. This is not somebody you're going to need to give a million chances to. This is going to be someone who changes your mind about what your future is going to look like. Maybe you think that you're going to not be in a relationship. This is someone who's going to change your mind about that. Maybe you think that you are going to live in a certain kind of condition your whole life. This is someone who's going to change your mind about what's possible. Maybe you just think, well, something here, yeah, maybe it would be cool, but I really shouldn't want that. That's for other people who are maybe lucky or blessed or don't just get projected on like Aaliyah did. This is someone who is going to come through and they're going to say, no, that is for you. That is for you. In fact, if anyone deserves to be here, it's you the most. Because you worked your way there, because you are what you say that you are, because you are not fake and phony. And so what's next in love for you is, I'm definitely getting travel. Travel might be like part of this person's job. It might be something that you love. This person might love to take you on dates or take you on vacations. This person might even fly you and like a group of your friends to Dubai. This person might fly you to Hawaii after you had an extra long period of time at work. This person, again, will make sure that you feel taken care of. Like they'll have just Tuesdays at 2 p.m. They'll always have a massage booked for you. You can go, you don't have to go, but you have the option. They just want to make sure that it's there for you. This is someone who goes above and beyond because you have gone above and beyond for everyone else in your life, and you're genuinely a kind person, and people continue to project upon that and just take from it. You see everywhere. I'm hearing the song Vampire from Olivia Rodrigo. You see everywhere bloodsuckers, fame fuckers, all of the things, basically. And this is going to be someone who comes in and they absolutely spoil you. They don't spoil you rotten because you're not someone who can spoil rot. You can't go spoiled like milk. You age like a fine wine. This is someone who comes in and they spoil you, and instead of saying, what did I ever do to deserve this? You know that you deserve it. It's a breath of fresh air. You know you deserve it because you do, because you deserved it in the beginning, and people kept coming at you wrong. Because, like Aaliyah, you were and are a rising star. You shine bright like the sun. You are a beautiful, kind person. And that leaves room for people who aren't kind, who aren't nice, who have too much money or too much power or too much ego to come in and mess with things, because people love to play God, whether it's with their little spells and rituals, or they're trying to manipulate the mind or hypnotize people to navigate them towards their social media channels, or whether it's them trying to ride the public mind so that they can manipulate people into agreeing with them, and then they see someone that's agreeable and then they want to buy from them and then they make money off it, and it's so out of integrity because it's not authentic to that individual, and they're manipulating people. It's not someone who befriends you because they think that they want what you have, they're jealous of you, they want to be you, they want to F you, or they want to use you to climb the ladder. This is someone who doesn't want or need any of that because they have it on their own. And this is someone who loves you. It's not someone who wants to say that they had you. It's not someone who, although they would be proud that you're theirs, it's not someone who sees that you're strong and then tries to get you down on your knees. This is someone who, if they ever see you down on your knees, they've got their jacket on the floor before you even finish falling, and then they're right there to pick you up, and they carry you all the way home. This is integrity. This is luck. This is true love. This is something that you have always deserved and never received, because one thing that you will not do, group number 3, is go into your ego. You will always move through love and never through ego. So you won't step into those battles. You don't need to go through those ego deaths. You don't need to do that kind of work. You're confident, but you're humble. And because you're humble, you're grateful for whatever the world gives you, but you still don't settle for less than you deserve, because you're not humble as a coping mechanism. You're not humble as a trauma response or as a toxic trait. You're genuinely a good person. Aaliyah, the angel. We have A. We have 4 A's in here. It's like you are a quadruple A angel, like angel with 4 capital A's, and you've been around people in AA, like double A. You've been around people with AAA, triple A insurance. They've been trying to change your batteries, swap them out. You've been scratching your registration label with a knife because you think people are going to steal your sticker, but you're just showing up being a good citizen. You're paying your registration fees. You're doing it on time. You're driving your car. You're getting your oil changed. And here are people trying to siphon gas out your gas tank. People trying to take the registration label off your car. People trying to rip the hair out of your head and make a wig and say that they grew it themselves. And you know that you don't deserve it. And you're also humble and kind. So what's next for you is a change of pace in love. You might be feeling a little bit like maybe it's not meant for you, or maybe if you just keep yourself in a little bubble, everything will be okay. But this person's going to come in and be like a bubble for you. Not the kind that isolates you from your friends and your family and tries to control you, but the kind that says, hey, you know what? You deserve better. Hey, I don't think that person has your best interest at heart, and I would know. I'm a psychotherapist. Or someone who is well aware when someone is clout chasing because they've seen that happen to themselves. And so this is going to be someone who, in integrity, makes you feel like it's okay to try again. Because they recognize in you raw, organic, authentic brains, raw, organic, authentic beauty, raw, organic, authentic talent and love, and a beautiful, pure heart, and a just beautiful, outstanding person inside and out that follows the same philosophy that they do. And that is not being out of integrity. How can you manipulate a situation in your favor? It's, ready, group 3, if at first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, right? Yes. And so this is someone where you're like, if someone is not showing up in the right energy, I don't have energy to give to that. And this is someone who can smell that a mile away, and they're like, yes, group 3 is my person. Let me show them that everyone's not like that. The way that people had treated you, because they didn't really want to believe that people can be kind like that, they try to knock you off of your pedestal, which you're not on. You're just on solid ground. People think that you're so beautiful, so they try to siphon it or make you feel insecure or ignore you simply because they see your value, because they see your beauty, because they see your worth. This person is going to see all of these things about you and so much more, and they're going to show up correctly. This person is going to pamper you, they're going to love you, they're going to give you space in order to thrive in abundance and love. And they're going to be gentle, they're going to be kind, they're going to be successful. And they're going to have some similar stories to you pertaining to this star factor quality, or they're going to have seen people get treated the way that you do, or you have. And they're going to have definitely some role to play in your success in the future, not because you seek it or because you ask for it, not because they're wanting to make you the next big star, but because you deserve support. You deserve to be in a room where people are at your caliber, not where you're the smartest one in the room or you're the prettiest one in the room and so everyone else is jealous of you. You deserve to be in rooms where people are equally yoked as you, and you deserve to be in rooms where you're the least smart one in the room. You're not the prettiest person in the room, actually, so that you have room to grow and thrive. Because you've been lifting all these people up while they drain you. This person is going to encourage and support you to be in rooms where you can see eye level with people, and where there are situations and people and energies that lift you up and help you grow as well. You didn't grow too tall, group number 3. You've barely even reached the start of your journey. And so what's next in love for you is you being told genuinity, something coming into balance. It's like the moment that you actually begin to connect with maybe even one tiny drop of ego, not in a distorted negative way, but in a way where you're like, you know what, I know who I am. Not just confidence that comes from the divine or comes from your genuinity or comes from your authenticity, but a little bit of, you know what, F that noise. Bloodsucker, fame, effer, right? The second that you're like, you know what, maybe I should step in my ego a little bit, this person's gonna come in and say, hey, look what you did without all of that. Look at all those people gasping for air because they can't breathe without that validation. And it's really going to feel like it's not you two against the world, but it's really going to feel like you are on a similar wavelength, mentally and emotionally, perhaps even spiritually. For some of you who've been wanting a spiritual partner or someone who can understand your ascension journey, this is going to be that person for you. Or if you own your own business and you aren't around people who understand that, this is going to be someone who understands that. Whatever it is that makes you feel like you are in friction with the people around you, whatever your ugly duckling effect is, not just your God-given beauty or natural talent, but the actual structures in your life that set you apart. These are going to be things that this person sees and resonates with, and together you're going to be stronger. They won't ask for much or anything at all, but they'll give you everything on a silver platter, on a private jet. So group number 3, this is what I have for you. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. I love you and I'm grateful for you. Feel free to pick out another pile or another reading, although group 3, if I pick this pile, if I were you, I would not listen to those other 2 readings. But if you're interested in exclusive content, I do have 2 exclusive channels, one here on YouTube and one on Patreon. They're both different, so you'll have different collectives to tap in with there if you're interested. I am also on TikTok, which most of you know. I have kind of a larger following over there, so you'll be able to find me quite easily up there. There are a million scammers, so you'll be able to find the one that has the followers. That one's me. If you like, comment, and subscribe, it helps me out a lot. I'm really trying to invest in my YouTube journey right now. And on top of that, it helps other people find the messages that they need when they're ready for some authentic tarot reading and vibes. And so with that being the case, I love you and I'm grateful for you. Have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. And I will see you next time. Namaste.